Shalom, shalom, shalom. Back with another video. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekaha Kodash, to the elder apostles and elder bishop of Great Millstone, who I learn from daily, who rule well. I'd like to get double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the elect. Shalom. We're here with a video I'm going to call We're in the Hands of Our Enemy. As you can see, they show where prisoner was beat to death by correctional officers. They had him locked up, chained to a bed, and just utterly and mercilessly, Salakia, beat this man to death. Now, for this to go on, sometimes Esau don't really need to be provoked much. Quick, I'm not gonna do what you say, or you turn away from him real quick. And you know Esau be ready to kill Jake. It's always on his mind. So if they had him if they had him handcuffed to the bed, more than likely Jake was being unruly, being stiff-necked. Because like the Lord said, we are stiff-necked people. So he don't want to listen to authority. And this ended up going way further than it should. I mean, we know that ultimately it was the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, this man got put to death. And we know Esau be glad to do just that thing to Jake. So, you know, they'll go to court and say, well, y'all didn't see the beginning. He spit on us or he scratched one of us, some kind of foolishness. You know, Esau, they're going to lie. Like I said, Jake probably being stiff-necked. He didn't want to listen in the first place. That's probably why they handcuffed him. But the fact that you beat that man to death when he couldn't even defend himself. Have you seen one of the officers? He done put his foot on him, choking him out. I mean, Esau get pleasure out of doing things like this. But even though it's hard to watch, it's our own fault. Ultimately, it's our own fault. Because we didn't want to listen to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We didn't want to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. We thought we didn't need them. We were better. So now, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai really showing us, y'all are nothing without me. Y'all are powerless. That's why in the scripture he call us a worm. As you see, man, we giving over into these people, to our enemies, and they just do whatever they want with us because the Lord allows it. I mean, it won't be too much longer he's going to allow it, but he allows us to be killed, beaten, and all other kind of things by these people. So let's get into the scripture, man. I done talked long enough. This is Deuteronomy 28, 47 and 48. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladfulness of heart for the abundance of all things. See, we didn't want the Lord to be our king, to be our power. We weren't glad that he was giving us everything that we want and could ask for. Because we wanted to be with the heathen. So let's see what the Lord did since we don't want to listen. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemy, now our best friend, thine enemy, our lovers, thine enemy, our companions, thine enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. And now we're destroyed people. We no longer know who we are. We no longer know our history. Well, those of us that haven't woken up to the truth. We don't know that we were once a great and mighty nation, that we are the people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why the scriptures say my people die for a lack of knowledge, because we don't know who we are. Esau, Edom had utterly destroyed us. Our enemy had destroyed us, and they keep on destroying us. Why? Because we were given over into their hand. I'm going to go here, Isaiah 47, 6 and 7. I was wroth with my people. I had polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. See? We were given into these people's hand by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. According to, Deuteronomy 47 and 48. Deuteronomy 28, 47 and 48. Salaki. We were given over to these people. And as you can see, even now, they still lay heavy their yoke upon us. I mean, it ain't the yoke of iron it was at first, but the mental, the physical, the emotional chain that they got on our people, man, it's tough watching these videos, but you also understand that all this is the doing of the Lord because of all the things that we did against him. All the sin that we committed, the iniquity, just the blatant disrespect to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So now we suffer through these butt whoopings from our enemies, as it told us. Verse 7. And thou shalt... No, I don't need verse 7, Salaki. But verse 6 was what I needed. When the Lord was mad with us, because why? We didn't want to serve him and be glad, be joyful about the things he given us, all the things he given us. So he sent our enemies against us. They have polluted our mind, our spirits, our body. They don't show us mercy. Because once that switch is flipped on them, man, it's hard to stop Esau from killing Jake. He gonna always have a distaste for us. That's why you get that dirty look. But our people still try to want to save these people, even though these kind of situations pop up where they show us no mercy. Oh, I said, now it was up to Jake really to just not fight back. If he knew the truth, he probably wouldn't have fought back and just gave himself over. But being a stiff-necked people, not want to listen to the Lord, Jake don't respect authority here. It's hard trying to give Jake advice sometimes when you see they about to do something wrong and it's gonna end badly. Be like, look, man, you might not want to do that. That man, you do that, such and such a half. Oh, you don't tell me nothing, nigga. You don't tell me nothing. You ain't my boss. You ain't. All right, bro. Then you just let it go. Then when it happens, they look at you crazy. Hey, don't look at me. I try to warn you. Jake don't know how to calm down. They just always on go. And more than likely, that's what happened. I'm going to go here. Matthew 5 and 25. Agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. At least at any time the adversary deliver you thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officers, and thou be cast into prison. Now he was already in jail for something. I'm going to have to go look up and see what it was about. But he was already in jail, locked up. You already know that even if you don't know the scriptures, you know those white men, so-called white men, who are lording over you, be ready to kill you at a moment's notice. It don't take too much for them to go off and want to put a Jake to death. So why not just agree with them? Look, if they got you in handcuffs and leading you to somewhere, to another room or a hospital, there's no point in fighting and putting up this fight. Because any little thing Jake do wrong, they want to kill you for. So just agree. They're like, all right, let's go, Johnson. Whatever you got to do, turn around, get handcuffed, and just walk correctly or go where you need to go. But Jake always loved to make things worse on himself because they hate to have authority over them. And like I said, I don't know that what truly happened, but 9 times out of 10 with Jake, that's probably where it started from. Him just not wanting to listen, not wanting to comply, and Esau were ready to put him to death, as they did. Now Esau going to have to answer for that, in the end time, when it comes to Yahweh Shah coming back and this place being blown to smithereen with nuclear missiles, he gonna have to answer for all that. But for right now, all he doing is building a case against himself by just murdering people because he feel like it. All right. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And we know Esau Edom is that wicked, according to the Bible. And how do you get delivered from the sword, man? Just by, like as the scripture said, just agree with thy adversary while thou in the way with him. Just could have agreed and went to wherever he needed to go. But like I said, Jake is hard headed, so he gonna fight against the system. He gonna fight against anybody that's ruling over him. Then when this kind of stuff happen, even though it's tragic, you gotta shake your head because you know Jake more than likely did something he ain't had no business and set Esau off to this point. That's why the Lord didn't deliver him from that death sentence. We know Esau is wicked. We know they're gonna do wicked things, but the Lord put them over us because we messed up. Because we didn't want to listen. We didn't want to thank the Lord for all the things he do for us. So guess what? We were sent to our enemies in captivity. You gotta understand, this man is the sword of the Lord. He's here to punish us when we go off. And if we do good, he have no qualms about touching us, because Yahweh Hashem and Yahweh Shah are gonna make sure he does it. You wanna go here? Romans 13 and 4, it goes in what I was just saying. For he is the minister of God for thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. Why should we need to be afraid? For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. See? The Lord allows him to kill us. When we go off, we doing what's wicked, we doing what's evil against the Lord. Lord put these people over us for our good, to show us what wickedness really look like, what unrighteousness look like. So that when we get into the kingdom, when we become the rulers of this world, we're going to rule in righteousness. There won't be a situation where we won't understand what's going on. When we judge the other nations for them doing wickedness, the thing that goes against our laws, guess what? We can say, yeah, I understand, but that's still going off. We won't be tempted, because we gonna know what that leads to. That's why the Lord said he's a minister to him for good. He's a minister of God for us for good. Because this is going to make our judgment more righteous. Being that we have experienced the wickedness, the evils, the lows of these people, and we have done them ourselves. So it's hard to say, let's say, somebody and their dad died. It's hard to say, I send my condolences. I understand about your father dying and your father ain't died. How can you understand their feelings, or their son, or their loved one, until you go through that pain and you actually feel what they felt? You can never understand somebody, because that happened to me. I'm gonna be honest. One of my sisters, a boyfriend of hers died. We don't know if he shot himself or not, but it took her a long time to recover from it. I remember saying to myself, man, it can't be that serious. I don't want to let nobody get me down like that. Man, why she ain't over yet? About a year or two passed. Then a close friend of mine died. Then I understood. For like 2.5, 3 years, I went through heartbreak, man. Every day just crying, thinking about it. Could never get out of my head. I didn't understand the things that my sister went through at that time. Till Yahweh Shem Shai brought me through my own situation. So we wouldn't be proper judges. We wouldn't know good from evil if we have never experienced it. So we're experiencing extreme evil, not just regular evil, extreme evil. So we know in the kingdom, when it's time to judge, only righteous judgment will come from it. Sorry for the long-winded situation. All right. It's Amos 1:11. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he had pursued his brother with the sword, and cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And you seen in that video, that's all that was. It wasn't the fact that they were mad with that man, but this is a generational hatred that they have for us. Starting with their progenitor Esau, when he was mad at our progenitor Jacob, and it carried on through generations after generation after generation. That's why they take it so far. Their hatred never died down. They just keep going and it keep getting worse. See, as I said, it cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. You go into that word perpetually, mean like continually. Let's see. See? In a way that never ends or changes constantly. They have perpetual hatred for us. It just never ends. That's why they look at you like they do. That's why they so quick to kill Jake when they walk. Think about it, man. All them videos you done watch, police pull Jake over. Soon he come to the window, his hand on his gun. He ready to kill Jake right then and there. Don't know him from how that saying goes. I forget at the moment. But he ready to shoot Jake down at a moment's notice. Why? Because they are the Edomite. That anger, that frustration, that rage that they have come from their progenitor. And it will never go away. It will always be there. No matter how much Jake think we're equal with them, we're not. Even though they the ones who have done all kind of crazy wickedness throughout this earth. They'll be putting you down because they feel like you're wicked. Why? Because that perpetual hatred. See, the Lord say he kept his wrath forever. This one of those situations where it just won't end. Forever will he have that hatred towards us. Are there some decent Edomites in there? Probably so. But most of the decent ones probably ain't even Edomites. And we're going to be honest about it. But the real ones, like you seen in that video, that hatred that they showed that man, nigga choking him out with his boot like a wrestler. They punching all on him. I mean, it's like, 6 or 7 people in there? It take that minute to do that little slim, skinny man. But that's the hatred they have for him. It's like once he go off, it's like a bird call. Caw-caw! Nigga tripping, let's get him. Next thing you know, hey, they coming in drove. They coming to fight, they coming to demolish, they coming to kill. And we've seen that situation play out. We're going to finish out here because Jake don't understand what the situation they are in. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. And that's what it all boils down to, Jake. You're still in captivity to these people. That's why we got to be saved. That's the meaning of salvation, to be saved from something. We haven't been saved from these people. They still lord over us. They still can kill us. And guess what? This go to court and they want to let all the men that killed that man in cold blood get away. They can. Why? Because they ruling the world right now. Job 9:24. Not only was the whole world given over into their hands, so are we. And we're still in their hands. That's why the scriptures say, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. See? And go back to that Deuteronomy 47 and 48. Because we didn't want to serve the Lord with gladness and with joyous heart. So he sent our enemies against us, and he scattered us through them. Throughout every nation there is Israelite. For a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment according to all the iniquities of our father, which departed from the Lord our God. See, this is what happened. We're reproached, we're ashamed, and we are cursed people. That's why we die such horrible deaths, because we are cursed people, and we were cursed by Yahweh Hashem and Yahushua himself, beginning with Deuteronomy 28:15. And we're going to keep dying this way until the Lord remake us. I mean, it just is what it is. If you think this is bad, wait till Jacob's trouble kick off. And all kind of craziness is going to be going on. And we're close at hand to that situation happening. Lord willing, I be of the elect. I'll be spared from the horrors of Jacob's trouble and having to take the mark of the beast. Because, man, you see this and you're like, man, it's bad. But just know what's coming is going to be 10 times worse. But I hope this video will edify. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Shalom to the next video.